He sees himself as stupid because he couldn't hold on to a gem like you, and stupid because he lost a relationship that could have been his safe haven, but with his usual foolishness, he destroyed everything. Welcome to a new episode of the Zodiac and Tarot World program with me, Tariq Khalifa. This episode is dedicated to the horoscope predictions for Aries from April 16th to 30th, 2026 in all areas. We will continue our discussion after the break. First, allow me to invite you to like and share the video as widely as possible so that the largest number of people can benefit from it. And if this is your first time watching the channel, please subscribe and activate the bell icon to all to receive all future episodes of the Zodiac and Tarot World program. We will start the predictions with a general and detailed love reading for all Scorpio natives. And we will begin by talking about those who are separated. All love readings can very likely have reversed energies. Karma has started to work strongly. This person is currently deeply regretful about you, regretful in every sense of the word, and their life has now turned into a real tragedy. He is drowning in a whirlpool of endless problems and pressures. He feels a weight on his chest and his mind, making it hard for him to breathe. Now, as we say, after the dust of the battle has settled, this person has realized the bitter truth. He saw himself clearly and realized that he was less than you in every way. The comparison now is breaking his heart. He's looking at where you've reached and where he ended up after the breakup. You went to a place of light, success, and strength, and he drowned in misery and distress. Now he describes himself in one word: stupidity. Stupid because he didn't know how to hold on to a gem like you. And stupid because he wasted a relationship that could have been his safe haven. But with his usual foolishness, he destroyed everything. This person, folks, didn't know the true value of his feelings for you while you were together. He was always pretending and acting like he didn't understand. He only realized your worth when you were no longer available. And when all the doors closed in his face, remember how he used to make it hard for you when it came to expressing his feelings, how he would say difficult things with uncertain and incomplete emotions. All of that was a carefully scripted act. He always played the victim, telling you that you were being unfair to him and that your actions made his heart take a step back. All of that is just talk from someone who's a player and doesn't want to commit to you 100%. Why did he do that? Because if he was fully with you, you would naturally start to expect your rights in the relationship. He wanted to keep playing his own game freely. He intentionally left the relationship unstable so he could stay in control. He wanted to keep you attached and waiting. And at the same time, he had no obligations and no restrictions on him. He cornered you into playing the villain in someone else's story. He made you feel like you were the one pressuring him, that you were suffocating him with your questions just so he could avoid answering questions you genuinely needed answers to. Who are you talking to? Where are you going? He couldn't answer these questions because he couldn't face you with his true self. I think you understand me well, dear Aries. This person left the door of hope slightly open for you, just to make sure you wouldn't go to someone else and would stay trapped waiting for him. But now the tables have turned. Now he's the one trapped in his regret. He's the one searching for you in every face, and you are the one who has become free. And he knows very well that the one he lost is his greatest loss in this whole story. It's not the shame of betrayal. Now he's reached the stage of self-loathing. He's so upset with himself that he feels disgusted. And he knows and fully realizes that he was trying to deceive you, and he actually did deceive you. But the shock he received was that he couldn't keep up the deception until the end. The Arab's intelligence and sixth sense were lying in wait for him and got stuck in his throat like a lump. This person's life is now surrounded by fears from every side, especially the fear of tomorrow. Because by nature, he is a reckless person. He always behaves badly, chasing after his whims and momentary desires. And that's why every time he passes a stage in his life, he regrets the one before it. But his regret this time is different from any other time. He regrets it because he truly lost this time. And he knows that this time he lost you completely and for good. He feels that you don't spare a single thought for him, that you've removed him from your life and your calculations and locked the door behind you with the key. And this feeling is completely different from any breakup or push and pull that happened before. This person is now completely cut off from any information about you. Nothing is clear to him. He can't get any information about where you are, what you're doing, or who you're with. All of this confirms to him that you are now completely outside his universe. From time to time, he checks up on you through social media. Not because he wants to come back. No. He checks just to cry over spilled milk and blame himself. He's living in a state of intense self-reproach. He keeps telling himself, if only what happened never happened. He's also very surprised and stunned by you, Scorpio. He keeps asking himself, how did this person manage to stand on their own 2 feet with such strength? How, after he was once dying for me? And how were you able to turn the page and go on with your life as if nothing ever happened? Honestly, he never imagined that you had this much strength and power. He never thought that one day you'd be able to break free from his control over your feelings and shatter the chains he had you locked in. When he compares your old self, when you were willing to do anything for him, and the complete withdrawal and coldness you've been showing him for a while now, he feels shocked. Now he realizes that he gave himself an inflated importance and an exaggerated value that had nothing to do with reality. He was living under the illusion that he was the center of the universe and that the world would stop without him. He really messed things up and thought you were broken and wouldn't be able to move on. But honestly, the hard kick you gave him this time woke him up and made him realize that nothing in this world stops for anyone, no matter how important they think they are. And in the end, he's just a lesson you taught him, and you threw everything behind your back to start your life anew, stronger and much more light-hearted. My advice to you, you managed to turn the tables and show him his true worth. Now you're wide awake and alert, and that's the approach that makes any player spin in circles. Life is truly too beautiful to waste even a single minute thinking about sick souls or hearts that just toy with our feelings. Enjoy your life, Scorpio, and always be the strong one who knows how to teach a lifelong lesson calmly and without making a fuss. Your actions and your ability to withdraw completely are what delivered the message to him clearly, and made him realize that no one is more valuable than dignity, and that anyone who thinks they're the center of the universe will eventually discover they're just a footnote in the big book of your life. Your indifference is the greatest punishment, and your success is the strongest way to restore your worth. Anyone who doesn't appreciate your presence should be made to taste the bitterness of your absence, and you did that professionally. Leave the past behind you and get ready to welcome new energy, the energy of new maturity, and a true love that deserves your depth and loyalty. A salute to every Scorpio who taught someone a lesson through actions, not words, and made them truly cry over spilled milk as they watched you shine away from them. To the singles, you are currently under the influence of magnetic attraction. The presence of Mars in your house of love makes you attract different personalities or those who are mysterious like you. The comparison you're making now with yourself is, will this person embrace me or will they try to break my wings? Your intuition and feelings have reached their peak thanks to Pluto's support. So if you feel a sting towards someone, turn away immediately. For those who are in relationships or married, the Sun is in Taurus, which means the other party is the one under the microscope. There is a silent confrontation energy. Your partner might try to impose their opinion, and you, Scorpio, with your intelligence, absorb their anger. But in the end, you do what you have in mind. The second half of April will involve a decision regarding a partnership or housing. You need to stay calm because tempers could flare up in an instant. And that's because of the square of the Zodiac signs. A single word from you will be like the contract that runs the household. Work. Your work at the end of April will require as much physical effort as it does social intelligence. There are changes in alliances around you at the office or in your field. People who were close are drifting away, and people you didn't expect are getting closer. Mars is supporting you in creative tasks or things that require patience. If you have a project idea, this is the time to let it simmer on low heat, not the time for an official announcement. You are the hidden leader pulling the strings from behind the curtain, and the results will show in the last week of the month with significant material or moral appreciation. Money. There is a sum of money coming your way, most likely from a third party, such as an inheritance, commission, or insurance refund. Avoid taking risks in the stock market or buying unstable assets between April 20th and 25th. Why should we be especially careful during these days? Because Mercury might make things unclear on paper. Stick to what's certain. This time, Scorpio's money will go toward investment, not superficial spending. Health? Keeping secrets or plans. These things are causing you mental stress, which shows up in your colon or lower back. Water will be the secret to your vitality during this period. Swimming, showers, drinking water, all these things help discharge the excess electricity from your body. You need to release your energy into something like sports or something similar. Also, Scorpio, you need to pay attention to any pain you might feel in your knees. A lot of people who are Scorpios, meaning they have knee pain, whether it's due to roughness, exertion, bad posture, or sitting for long periods. Be careful of infections, Scorpio. Your immunity might not be very strong during this period, and this could make you catch anything easily. A cold or something like that? Try to avoid being in crowded places or getting close to anyone who might be sick. With that, we've reached the end of the predictions. I would appreciate it if you could leave in the comments how much these predictions apply to you, because that's something that really matters to me. Like and share the video as widely as possible so that the largest number of people can benefit from it. And if this is your first time watching the channel, please subscribe and activate the bell on all to receive all future episodes of the Astrology and Tarot World program. This was Tariq Khalifa with you. Goodbye.